last week, passing Flipper Anderson's 1989 mark of 336 yards. It's the Eagles and the Giants, next on EA Sports.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
They came to this one with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for a hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Lance's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd and inches, Lance. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Sanders again, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think,
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Lance now on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lance looks to throw again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out, I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they most like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Hillman. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 30 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will cut the lead down to 15. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Lance now on 1st down. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And Lance going to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Lance. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now Lance again. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Throwing his Lance on third down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Well, not content with the first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Throwing to start the drive. Hillman. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Hassan Reddick from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Bill Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very low. Throwing there, but this pass is going to be incomplete. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first and 10, here's Lance. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. Shotgun now for Lance. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Lance now to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Lance. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will take this one for the Eagle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this This is going to be covered up by the Giants. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hillman. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 39 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They faked the handoff. Now Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On play action, Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a play fake. Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. A 3rd-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Hillman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Play action, now it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they'll go for it. Lance. And that's going to be caught for Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Well, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Giants are able to at least get one score back. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here taken in by Ingram. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Lance now on 1st down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Lance. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown is running a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. first down. Hillman. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had a good starting field position in that drive. They couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And the tight end goes in motion left. On first down, Lance. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break. Hillman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down. And that will be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a while. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd and 10, Lance. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. Oh, what a juke into space. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Hillman. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hillman under pressure, and they got to him again. Does he call a blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards? Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Lance now on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
Finds his tech. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Throwing now is Lance.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Hillman. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers from the field just not turning in the right direction. Last week he was over 50%. He's over 50% again here.
Dinged up, and it's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hillman. It's hauled in by Hardy.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Giants.
Deontay Hardy.
78 yards.
And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
To throw again on second down. Lance. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown. 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Hillman. And my goodness, another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. In motion goes the tight end. On first and 10, here's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and long. Lance. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Lance. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. So the draft takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. Hillman. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Hillman got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Come on, come on.
Back to throw again. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. Touchdown, Giants. Elijah Moore, 29 yards. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Lance. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Open man is Higgins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Now receiver in motion left. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. I'm not sure all the ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Hillman, he's got Bellinger. The 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to claw one back. Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. And they're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
On 1st and 10, Hillman. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Hillman looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And the Giants are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Hillman. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Back to throw. Hillman. Under pressure, they got him again. Bengals going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone. It's incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that nearly intercepted. Like a free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather
see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Hillman. He completes it to Wilson. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team.